You signed $1 million worth of game, Wallo and Gillie. How did you know about them before you signed them? So how much did you know about?
We have a guy, Roan, who's a battle rapper, white kid. He's like basically the real life version of like Eminem.
Okay.
So he's from Philly, and he's like, hey, there's these two guys you may want to go look at. So we went to Philadelphia, sat down, had dinner with him. Wallo was out of jail for like 5 seconds, I think, when we met him. And I remember him being like, I just hustled T-shirts on the side of the road. Like, that's how I'm making money right now. He had his own gear.
Right.
And again, it's like, that's what we want. Like, that was
kind of the model you started with.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right. And we were sold. We clicked. We got along. They're crazy. And I mean, I don't even know what the hell Gillie's doing now. Run out of the tunnel. That's crazy. That's like the crazy I've seen doing it. It's like the mascot. So, and again, it's like we hire them. We try to put our gasoline behind them. They're a new demo for us. I don't think most people would be like, oh, Barstool's urban. And then you let them do their thing.
Right. How has the investment paid off? Because normally have you made any bad investments? Because we hear about Caleb Preston, we hear about McAfee, we hear about Bussin, we hear about Alex Cooper, we hear about all the.
Yeah, those are big contracts. So you have to be really, really proven at that point to get that type of deal for us. So it's hard to do a bad contract. So those guys, Wallo and Gillie are one of the highest probably contracts we've given out. They're already there. And at the time, if we're being just totally honest, a lot of people have a perception of us just a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
So there's a diversity ad that they add, even not only being super talented.
Yeah, I was wondering about that DEI stuff.
Yeah, it's not DEI. It's not DEI. Like, you know who we tried to hire before? It's the guys on before they went to Showtime.
Oh,
Miro,
all the smoke?
Jesus and Romero.
Oh, okay.
Like before anyone knew who the hell they were. And even like we did talk to all that smoke. And sometimes
y'all didn't talk to us.
What's that?
Y'all didn't talk to us.
You didn't exist yet.
No. We was free. When I got let go by Fox, we reached out to a lot of people.
They were before Fox.
Oh, yeah.
No, we were talking to them like pre-COVID almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, we didn't reach out.
So I was like,
you then. Well, I didn't honestly know you were let go by Fox. I knew you were doing it with Skip.
Yeah.
And then you showed up on ESPN.
I was like, wow, don't nobody want to CJ.
But you kind of like, I feel like opened up after the Fox. Like you were more like, I don't know if this is going to sound bad. I felt like you were second fiddle to Skip.
Yeah.
And then once you got off that show, bloomed.
Well, we didn't have Nightcap, so Nightcap allows me to be a different person.
I think we talked to Ocho at one point.
Yeah. Zach Bryan, why you had the Diddy diss song for him?
So he's dating a girl that was on my podcast. He was dating Brianna Chicken Fry, right? Who is a girl who blew up kind of social media. I was doing a TikTok podcast with her. She got offered a $12 million NDA not to talk about the relationship. I saw the NDA. So in my head and based on what she said.
$12 million?
$12 million. She turned it down. She turned it down because she wanted to be able to talk about the relationship. To me, that's somebody doing real scumbag behavior. So this track came out.
You hold grudges, don't you?
Like you don't believe.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I have
I believe.
champagne bottles with my enemy's names engraved on. Skipper, the CEO of ESPN.
Yeah, John Skipper.
Yeah, so they canceled our ESPN show without telling us after one episode. I was mad. Made a champagne bottle. Like 2 weeks later, busted for the Coke thing, which makes no sense. That story, he got held hostage by a random Coke dealer. Anybody who believes that story is out of their mind.
You don't believe that, huh?
You found you're John Skipper, you found a random Coke dealer on the side of the street and he's holding you hostage no, I don't believe that story.
So what the hell you think happened? Because the man, he wielded so much power in ESPN for such a long period of time. Nothing ran through ESPN without Skipper's blessing.
Something happened that I don't know. I wasn't there. I think there's probably a lot of backstories, skeletons, maybe. I don't think it was a Coke dealer.
Yeah.
That forced them out.
We were talking about busting with the boys, Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. How did you know they could be special?
Saw an early episode of theirs, and it was just raw, real, and we reached out to them. We're like, hey, you guys are doing something we really haven't scene. Would you be interested in come on board? So I think we've had them for about 6 years. It's been great. I actually love those guys. It sucks they're leaving, bust balls. But they just had that it, and Will's a monster. A lot of times what you find, Taylor's great, and this isn't really your case, but a lot of times what we found is the guys who were athletes who maybe didn't make all that money, and he didn't. He was like, bouncing off, getting cut.
Yeah.
They come into the media world and they're just ready to go, working this is their career. They didn't make it, and Will's a megastar.
Yeah. What did they learn how to do this? Because I think they're set up at a production company. They're doing a production company now, I think.
Yeah,
and
they all learn. They go to the school of Barstool.
Get a degree.
And they get a degree, and then they graduate and make a lot of money.
So let me ask you this. Is that it seems to be like this is the gambling deals or the deals that they get once they leave you that they don't get, and they feel they don't get when they're under you.
Here's what it is. So we have a gigantic, all-encompassing DraftKings deal.
Okay.
So DraftKings pays us a ton of money. They don't necessarily, if Bussin's with us or not with us, that doesn't change a cent of what Barstool makes.
Right.
So another gambling company can be like, hey, we can pay you all this money. We have no way to make that up. If it was a different advertiser,
right.
if it was a liquor, we could incorporate it and give the money to them.
Right.
But in this case,
it's a gambling deal.
Yeah,
that's opposite of what.
Correct. And we have an exclusivity, and DraftKings is paying us the same whether Bussin's here or not Bussin's here. They care me, Dan, and some people. So it puts us behind the 8 ball, and these guys have infinity money. These
right.
gambling companies right now, they're spending, they're spending like wildfire.
They do.
Yeah. Do you not have a gambling deal? Does he not?
So they wanted to split the revenue with you.
Who?
Bussin. So like you said, you have this deal, you have an all-encompassing gambling deal.
I want to go back to your gambling deal.
It's not very good. I don't really want to talk about it, but that's neither here nor there. So you have this all-encompassing deal. And so basically, okay, Barstool, we're going to give you, let's just say I'm throwing out a number, 70 million. And so you're like, okay, this show, I'm going to give you guys 2 million of this. This show, I'm going to give you 1.5 million of this. And this show, I'm going to give you 3 million of this.
Pretty much. And now there's different people. Some people, like, if you advertise with me, or Pardon My Take, that doesn't get cut at all. Those are like shows we own.
Right.
Spittin' Chicklets, yes. Bussin', yes. But there's no way it's going to be near what they
can get on their own if a gambling deal just reached out directly to them.
Yeah, and then they can still go sell their other ads on top of that.
Right.
So I think Will and Taylor said they would have taken 40%. Like they are getting a 40%. And I mean, Will was calling, he's like, how can I stay? And I want it. I made the most aggressive offer I've made at Barstool to keep them.
Yes.
And I just couldn't do it. You get to a point, it's like, how much, it hurts
just
the company.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you can't do it.
If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars.
That's a good slogan.
So what have you learned from each situation, talent leaving? Because it doesn't seem like, as I sit here with you, Dave, it doesn't seem to me that you bear any animosity.
It's how you leave. Like, I had a problem with Jenna Marbles the way she left, when she left. But as long as you do the right thing, I know it going in. Like, if somebody left for less money or similar money, even then I'd be like, why? Like, don't we treat you well? But I can't really begrudge any of because I do the same thing. Like, if that's me, I'm probably making the same decision there.
Right.
So, but it does suck.
Do you ever regret, like, man, bro, we put this gas behind you, bro. We blew you up. And this how you do your boy?
No. I mean, the Call Her Daddy thing.
Yeah.
That became a real situation.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.